This podcast is solely for the attention of institutional, professional, qualified, or sophisticated investors and distributors.
Hi everyone, for this first podcast of 2023, we're going to talk about the circular economy, of which we are going to record the main principles and challenges. Unquestionably, humanity uses too many resources. Each year, the think tank Global Footprint Network calculates the overshoot day, which is the day from which humanity has consumed all the resources that the Earth can replenish in a year. The overshoot day has been earlier and earlier in the year over the past few decades. In 2022, the overshoot day was July 28th, which means that to regenerate what humanity uses today, we would need the equivalent of 1/3 quarters in terms of surface area. This is therefore clear that we are consuming too many resources. The issue of resource depletion is nothing new since the Meadows report, commissioned by the Club of Rome, and which warned of the fact that the finite nature of resources creates limits for economic growth, was published more than half a century ago in 1972. A few years earlier, in 1966, the economist Kenneth Boulding had written that we had to move away from the cowboy economics, in which the fact that the borders are constantly pushed back implied that there are no limits to the consumption of resources and the production of waste, and that it was necessary to adopt the spaceship economy, where everything is designed to be recycled again and again. The idea is that in this spaceship economy, the Earth is conceived as a spaceship where resources are not infinite and in which one must constantly work to reuse raw materials. The idea of the circular economy is that products are designed to be easily recycled, reused, dismantled, and reconditioned, and that the traditional linear model of extract, manufacture, consume, dispose should be abandoned as quickly as possible. More generally, the objective of the circular economy is to achieve a decoupling of economic activity from the use of energy and different resources, that is to say, to achieve economic growth without an increase in the use of energy and resources. In this context, we can think of three solutions: the fact that producing energy more and more renewable, the fact of using energy more and more efficiently, and the fact of becoming more and more efficient in the use of materials, for example, by increasing the lifespan of products, by recycling as much as possible, or simply by ensuring that only materials that are really necessary are used. The concept of circular economy was first pushed by environmental activists, and one can think in particular of the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, which was a pioneer on this subject, but it is spreading more and more widely in society, and in particular with the political authorities. Indeed, as part of its Green Deal, the European Commission presented in March 2020 an action plan for a circular economy, which contained 35 measures, such as the introduction of a new right to repair, requirements related to recycled plastic content, measures to reduce plastic weight, or the establishment of an EU strategy on textiles. As usual in Europe, things take a bit of time, but they are moving forward. In 2022, the Commission presented two new packages of more precise proposals, in particular with regard to packaging waste and on the fact of generalizing the design of sustainable products. These measures are now to be discussed by the governments and by the European Parliament following the usual legislative procedure, but it's not just Europe. China, for example, has prioritized a number of measures explicitly linked to the circular economy in its 2021-2025 five-year plan, with measures aimed at improving energy efficiency and increasing the recycling rate. In short, the circular economy is destined to take an increasingly prominent place on the agendas of governments. Thank you for listening, and talk to you soon.
All comments and analysis reflect CPR AM views on market conditions and its evolution, according to information known at the time. As a result of the simplified nature of the information contained in this document, that information is necessarily partial and incomplete.